Homosexuality in our society is very common. Many people have open views of homosexuality and accept it as a way of life. Others, however, do not seem to accept that lifestyle as tolerable and may act out against it. This program will look at the tolerance of homosexuality in our society. Some college students offered their views.
I feel people that are gay and lesbian have a right to be gay, and it's their personal right. I have friends that are gay, and I don't mind it. It doesn't affect me. And I feel that they should be given the same rights as anybody else.
Well, I think they could do whatever they want, just as long as it's behind closed doors, you know. I don't want to see them out in the open, you know, doing their thing. It's not, you know, yeah. And as long as they don't come near me, you know, it's cool. Whatever they want to do.
Even if some people are becoming more open-minded, the facts remain hard and real. Numerous incidents of gay bashing occur every year. Some acts are well publicized, while others, which are just as real, are not.
You find that in some cases, individuals who are themselves closet gays might be bashers. As individuals are struggling to come out, in that coming out process, they can be wrestling with themselves. They're not able to initially accept the reality of their existence, and they turn their self-hatred onto others.
Professor Lunar Woman was also a faculty advisor of the now-defunct Gay and Lesbian Club at Suffolk. She explains why the club no longer holds meetings.
1981 was the beginning of AIDS.
That was when
That was the beginning of AIDS, and I don't know whether there's a connection, but I do know that gays and lesbians really went into the closet. And here, there are a lot of gay and lesbian students, but they're really afraid. They're afraid of their peers. They're afraid of their parents.
One gay student, Jeremy Pringle, opposes such a club.
I'm totally against that. I'm totally against the idea of having a club for like a sexuality. It's ridiculous. So that means then, on the turn, then a heterosexual group can say, well, guess what? We're going to have heterosexual pride. And I think it's just unnecessary.
This is WUSB Stony Brook 90.1 FM. Thanks for tuning in to Lavender Women Show.
With Gail Pallavi
and Joan Doherty, together.
Together again.
The Lavender Women Show is programmed for gay and lesbian listeners. It covers issues and topics pertinent to the gay community. Co-host Joan Doherty's parents responded negatively to her homosexuality.
On the refrigerator, there's this little thing that they received from their church, I guess, and it said something about AIDS is God's answer to homosexuality. I was like so sickened by it. You know, I actually kept that because that was my coming out to my parents. And so I finally said, you know, how could you put this up there, you know? And I told them I was a lesbian. It became a very hostile, terrible, you know, way of coming out. And they threw the Bible, honestly, put the Bible right on the table and pulled out the verses and told me I was going to hell and it was an abomination.
Co-host Gail Pallavi, however, had a positive reaction at her workplace.
I mean, I did it on my present job by being on the cover of Newsday for the first Gay Pride Parade, which was in Huntington a year ago, June, which I was holding the banner and happened to get on the cover, which was a shock to me. But, I mean, that's how I came out at that job. And I'd been there a while enough that the only reaction I got at that point was my boss says, you know, I've never known anyone on the cover of Newsday before. And that was it. And after that, they knew I was a lesbian. And then when my lover would call work sometimes, you know, a couple of the people would say, the wife's on the phone. And it was nothing. So that was great.
Sociologists debate whether homosexuality is either a natural or a learned behavior. Some say that it is genetically determined, while others say it is influenced by external factors. Whichever it is, nature or nurture, homosexuality remains a part of society that at times has a problem accepting it.